Hello there and welcome back. We are about to embark on the mission known as the Amerigo. So, for those of you who haven't caught up yet, last mission we realised that the Overmind's new servant was Sarah Kerrigan, who has been infested by the Zerg swarm. So, rather than being killed, you would assume, at the Battle of New Gettysburg, she was instead taken by the Zerg. Either that or she was killed and resurrected by the Zerg swarm, which is also entirely possible. I believe the general canon kind of leans more towards the latter, that she did actually technically die at New Gettysburg but was brought back to life. Either way, Sarah Kerrigan is not so much more... probably wouldn't really go by Sarah Kerrigan anymore, but she is... probably doesn't go by Infested Kerrigan either, but she is Infested Kerrigan. And, well, what we're going to see in this mission is we're going to see that she has some issues from her sort of past as a Terran that she needs to deal with as well to unleash her full potential. So, let's have a quick look at this mission then. So, Kerrigan, the newest and most powerful agent of the Overmind, has arisen from her embryonic chrysalis, but her formidable powers are still not fully functional. Kerrigan must now seek to unravel the ghost conditioning that kept her powers in check, or keeps her powers in check. Once done, she would lead the Overmind's minions to complete domination over the unsuspecting Protoss. So, the Amerigo.
Cerebrate, you watched over me during my incubation, and I am grateful to you. It is my wish that you continue your vigil, so that I might strengthen my powers to better aid the swarm. I have been unable to access the totality of my latent powers, and as such, I would like to infiltrate a Terran science vessel and uncover the secrets of their abandoned ghost projects. If I can learn more about their mental conditioning, I can undo the damage their tinkering scientists have done to my mind.
Though you be the favored servant of the Overmind, you would do well to remember that you are just a servant. You know of our grand mission, Kerrigan. Would you put your personal whims before the will of the Overmind?
Do not cross me, Zaz. I will do as I see fit, and not you or any other Cerebrate shall stand in my way.
Let her go, Zaz. The greatness of her spirit has been left to her, that the swarms might benefit from her fierce example. Fear not her designs, for she is bound to me as intimately as any Cerebrate. Truly, no zerg can stray from my will, for all that you are lies wholly within me. Kerrigan is free to do as she desires.
By your will, Overmind. Cerebrate, you must see that she comes to no harm.
There we go, so a little bit of not much love lost between Kerrigan and Zaz to start off with. So we need to bring Kerrigan to the supercomputer of the Amerigo, and Kerrigan must survive. Understandably. It's going to be quite hard to bring her to the supercomputer of the Amerigo if she's dead. Don't really fancy dragging a corpse there. So, most Zerg units have the ability to burrow. When burrowed, they cannot attack or be attacked unless detected.
Cerebrate, take these, the deadliest of my minions. They shall aid you in your search.
Good guy, Dagoth. So, Kerrigan can't actually burrow. These can. That can be potentially quite useful. Kerrigan actually, most heroes have the team colour, have the teal team colour, but Kerrigan is actually purple, which is a little bit different. And we've also got some Zerglings down here as well. So, let's make these control group 1 and Kerrigan control group 2. In fact, I would rather make this control group 1 and the Zerglings can be control group 2. The Zerglings will die very easily, so I want to try and avoid squandering them. So we're on the 5th Zerg mission. And she can actually cloak, so she can sneak around quite a bit. However, she's been detected by that if we destroy this, which is a detector... Ah, no, the ghost can still see her. You see, very, very dangerous attack there.
Yes, Cerebrate.
See, I can burrow, but Kerrigan will not burrow. I believe she does actually get the ability to burrow to some extent in StarCraft 2, although I don't know when you command her whether she does actually burrow. Now we're gonna make use of this scenery here just to, because these Hydralisks can easily take on these Marines for very little damage in return. See, 1 hit point lost because they're mitigating most of the damage from the Terrans. The Hunter Killers are awesome Hydralisks. They are really, really powerful. We can see the sort of the patterning, the cresting that they've added there. Okay, let's go in here. So what I want to do is I'm going to lead with Kerrigan and Co because I want to preserve the Zerglings as much as possible. Although I think actually those were the Marines we just killed. There we go. So there's a supercomputer in Sector 6. Now what we'll also want to do is take advantage of the fact that Kerrigan, well, the entire Zerg force heals. Well, I can't permit that.
What is it now?
So sometimes it may be a case of just waiting. If for some reason I find I'm going to have to wait for ages, I will just do a cut. So if there's any kind of dull waiting, I'll just cut or speed up the footage. But if I'm judicious with my use of forces, I shouldn't need to spend ages doing any healing. But yeah, we could see there that... Oh. Now what I think is probably best with Kerrigan is to cloak her and sneak her through and see if we can take out those from this side. I don't know if it's possible for the Hunter Killers to sneak along there. What I'm going to do is ensnare these and take the opportunity to destroy them.
Yes, Cerebrate.
So they've taken quite the beating there. And I'm actually going to decloak her. Because I wanted to preserve some energy, although actually possibly wasn't the best move there. Because she will heal while the others are coming. Okay. Yeah, those... Unfortunately, those Hydralisks are moving within range. Now, I don't know if we can get the Zerglings there. But what we will do is see about engaging... So she's got a bit of healing left to do. Now, I do have to wonder if that Zergling can get down there without being killed. Right. Might have to do them one at a time. Yeah, because they're running over there, which is not ideal. Fortunately, they survived that. Yeah, the armour will have helped them a great deal there. Let's have a quick scout around with these Hydralisks, see what we got. So I reckon the Hydralisk can take the... I'm going to borrow those actually. The Hydralisk can probably take quite a few, 1 or 2 Goliaths at least. And we'll clear off the SCV as well. So you see, Kerrigan's got quite a bit of a health back. It was the energy I kind of wanted to get back, although in retrospect I should have just got the energy back, just waited it out. Now I don't think that we can actually go up and get those Terrans, so we'll leave those for a moment.
Yes, Cerebrate. On my way. All right. On my way.
Let's see what else we've got here. So SCV there. Now feel like there's probably going to be some kind of trap. Yeah, there we go, but that's dealt with. Let's move the Zerglings down here. Actually, I'm going to burrow them as well.
I'm listening. A bold move. What is it now?
Let's get that Marine. Not actually sure that there's any benefit for that aside from sadism, but
yes, Cerebrate.
Right. Okay. Let's see if we can get the. See, fortunately, those hunter killers tanked quite a bit of that damage, although I do worry about those zerglings. I don't think we need to worry about that one zergling. It's the only problem with them running a little bit faster. They obviously run ahead. Now what we can do is we can actually get along here and kill quite a few of those Terrans that were camped up there. That were a bit of a pain earlier, so let's go do that. Although the pathing of that is a bit challenging at times.
On my way.
Ah, no, we can't get around there. I wonder if they changed that. I don't seem to remember that section being locked off before.
I'm listening.
Or maybe there's another way up there.
What is it
We'll move
now?
Kerrigan along here.
On my way.
She can take... Yeah, she's got 5 armour.
A bold move.
Nothing down there. Sometimes you get little things in these sort of little hidden corners of a map that can be worth checking out, but obviously this is not one such occasion. To be honest, I don't know how necessary the zerglings are in this mission. You could certainly do, I think, quite a bit of it with the hunter killers alone. Now, I've got a feeling there's going to be turrets down here, so I'm not going to bring the zerglings with us. Yeah. Now that hunter killer took a bit of a beating there. And we'll get those cleared out. So we've got space for the zerglings to come down. Now there, if Kerrigan had been cloaked, it wouldn't have actually made a difference because those floor traps are detectors. So let's see what else we got down here. So there's a load of critters.
Yes,
And what I believe we'll also find along here
I'm listening.
are some zerglings. Unfortunately,
Just like anybody else.
there we go, bit of burrowing to save their lives there, and those can actually go in group 2. So we've actually got nearly a full complement of zerglings. But we need to let them out. Now, yeah, I was going to say before we go any further, that there's a floor trap there. So that was sensible planning on their part, really. Let's keep you back. Actually, how are you doing health-wise? So we want, what we want is we want you taking the front. Guess you, it was a civilian you were attacking. Are they actually classified as civilians? Because on some later missions they get, yeah.
Yes, Cerebrate.
I don't see why we can't take a little bit of, revenge for our
Yes,
dearly departed zergling. Nope. There we go. Now, I don't think we're actually that far off. But what concerns me is what may be up this corridor. Especially considering we've just been given a load of zerglings to play with. Right. See, that seems like a bit of a glitch there, that we can actually see that. What I can do is if I do an ensnare here, I think it will actually reveal them. Yeah, we can see that turret there. Now, what I'm wondering is if we go in with everything.
Alright, let's wax these critters.
Because I think we need the zerglings to do damage while Kerrigan and a hunter killer's tank. And actually, most of the zerglings survive that quite well. Again, Kerrigan going in cloak there would not have actually evaded those missile traps.
All right.
Let's get these zerglings up here. And let's do a quick save. I'm saving quite a bit as we go along in this one, just because there's lots of little things that can sort of cause you trouble on this mission. Although Kerrigan seems to be surviving just fine. Now this seems like a straight shot, but actually I think it's a little bit deceptive. I think there's actually quite a bit more to... door is locked. Ah yes, okay. Before we get through to the supercomputer, I believe we need this area sorted. Now, what I have to wonder is, can we stick those up there on the high ground and then use Kerrigan to lure the fire bats to their death? Now I want you to hold position. There we go. Kerrigan could, of course, pretty much wipe out the fire bats on her own, but she would take quite a bit of damage while doing that as well. So, seems like a bit of a waste. Let's see. Fortunately, she's got a very long sight range, which is very useful. So, let's pull these fire bats as well. Actually, I probably, wanted them to be able to give chase a bit more easily than that, so that was probably a wasted ensnare. But actually, we're not that far off the command centre, I think. But I have to wonder if we can get that door unlocked. Seems like the kind of thing that would be useful. Ah, now that, if I didn't know any better, looks like a trap. Let's get these zerglings down here.
I'm listening. A bold move.
Now let's see if we can pull the fire bats in. Yeah. In fact, I think the hunter killers are better served doing that. So yeah, they can kite the fire bats, who are effectively a melee units. So we don't want to use our melee units against them, because that would just be unnecessary damage. There we go. And one last one. Come on. Feel free to attack him anytime, you know. There we go. Now, before we go any further, let's do a save. Let's see what these zerglings can see. Hydralisks can see. Definitely can wipe that SCV out. Right, yeah. So that's not a straight shot across there, as I actually suspected. Now, what I think we need to do is, I think we actually need to activate. Yeah, there's going to be a place up here we need to go. And I suspect that if we go up there, yeah, we get hemmed in. So, let's see if we can clear these marines first. I wonder if these hydralisks can get these marines. There we go, there's one. Can you get me? No, he's run away. Right, okay, so let's think about this. Ah, we can pull the marines out of there. That's probably one sensible thing to do. Now, we don't want to run in with everything.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Right, now, let's move in with 1 and 2 and see what happens. Yeah. I think we need to throw our zerglings up there. Hunter kill is quite low, but we made it.
Security cameras activated.
Yeah, so there's the teleporter we need. And presumably this will unlock those doors that we saw. Unlocked all doors.
Yes, Cerebrate.
Actually, we only lost 2 zerglings there, which I think is not too bad, considering that was, you know, big huge trap. So, this is the way we want to go.
Yes.
Now, how's... I think they heal about 1 hit point a second. So, if we wanted to wait, it would take 80 seconds, or maybe slightly less. but
Yes, Cerebrate.
let's
What
see
is it now?
if we can have
Yes,
Kerrigan lead at the
Cerebrate.
front. And no, I don't want you to take the front
What is it now?
for that reason. So we definitely want to pull those fire bats down. I want these two to stay together. They don't seem to want to stay together. And I want that guy to stay at the back. Now what I have to wonder is actually if those zerglings can get up once the fire bats are clear
Yes,
and
Cerebrate.
destroy the missile turret. Problem is getting up there without the missile turret firing. Aha!
What is it now?
Kerrigan was able to take care of him.
My way.
Now, let's see. Are there any more fire bats? No. Okay, I'm happy with that then. Kerrigan didn't take much damage at all.
What is it now?
Let's move along here. I always wondered what that pit thing was, actually. Is there anything down here worth looking for? I don't think so. Yeah, okay. I think it's going to be time to teleport. See, Zerglings do 8 damage with each attack when they're fully upgraded, which is pretty nasty. Right, so you guys get in there,
Teleportation
and you guys
field
get in there.
activated.
Now what I think we want to do is use that high ground against those Marines there. Ah, I think this was how you get to those... No. Oh,
What is it
you guys
now?
get that.
I'm listening.
Ah, yeah, that's those Marines from before.
What is it now?
So those are the forces we had before. Fortunately, he wasn't sniping the one who was on low health. So, oh, you three, do not do that.
I'm listening.
Who was attacking there? I'm sure I saw. No. Right, you guys go over there. So we're quite near the end now.
What is it now?
We can see we're right near the... That was probably not the best pathing there, Kerrigan. Thank
What
you.
is it now? What is it now?
So we're very near the supercomputer. Unfortunately, we've been able to use that high ground against the Marines who are there. Here we go. Now what I think we can do is pretty much use our entire force just to push up the ramp. Now that's a lot of ghosts. Is my only concern. But let's do it.
My way. What is it now?
And there we go. Accessing Dominion Networks, downloading the files.
Cerebrate. I have located the records I sought. We have everything we need here.
And with that, we have completed the mission. So, there we go, through to the victory screen. What I normally do is I normally put video, any cutscenes at the start of the next video, but actually this one just sort of flows so nicely from the end of this mission, but I'm just going to let this cutscene play through as well. So, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. In the meantime, enjoy the cutscene. Thank you, and bye.
god for cold fusion.
Hey, are we really gonna blow this place?
Only if we see a zerg.
Yeah, got your zerg right here.